GHB TV. We got another one, y'all. Great week of boxing. Terrence Bud Crawford versus Israel Madrimov at 154 pounds. Great fight. Undercard stacked. Like it or not, might not be all the fights we want to see, but stacked undercard. I really love this card. I ain't gonna lie. Starting at 4:20 Eastern. Main card, I think, start at like 6:30. It's gonna be something nice. It's gonna be something wonderful. Get them in here. We back. I want to know what y'all think. Of course, I'm gonna talk my shit. Of course, we're gonna break it down, but I want to know what y'all think. We here. Nick Northington was popping. What's going on? How you feeling, cousin? It's a great card, y'all. I like the matchups. D for the win was popping. I like the matchups on this card, y'all. I feel like the most intriguing matchup is the heavyweights. Andy Ruiz versus Jarrell Miller. Jarrell Big Baby Miller. You got Jared and you got Jarrell, and they both on the card. I thought that was interesting as well. The battle of the big babies. I think after this fight here, these fights here, both big babies do what they do. And I mean, we might get a matchup for, a battle over the name. They might fight for the name. I like every fight. For real. I like every fight. It's a nice card. I know Andy Cruz's original opponent pulled out and they had to fill in, but for the most part, it's a nice card. I like this card. You even got David Morrell. You got David Morrell, Andy Cruz, Andy Ruiz versus Jarrell Big Baby Miller. You got Jared Anderson, Jared Big Baby Anderson versus Martin Bacoli, I think his name is. That's going to be a good fight. That's going to be a good rumble. I looked at it. I looked at Bacoli. He dangerous. You got Rayo Venezuela versus Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Great fight. I need that. I need that fight. I think that's going to be the most exciting fight on the card. I think Bud fight going to surprise us too. I think Madrimov bringing a lot to the table. I don't think he's going to go out easy. I mean, if Bud knock him out, I don't think it's going to be easy. I think he's going to make Bud work for it. But I did say that I think the fight is going to go the distance, and I think Bud going to win on the cards, like 8-4. I mean, when you go to 54, coming all the way from 35, even though he didn't skip weight classes, he stopped at 40, did his thing. He stopped at 47, did his thing. But things going to change at 54. We dealing with a bigger glove size, and we dealing with bigger men. So I'm really looking forward to see what Bud Crawford looks like at 154 pounds. I mean, I think this is the right matchup to spark it off with. Greg, side question. I heard something about Fundora waiting to drop weight for Tank after Spence. Is that true? Who would win that? Fundora and Tank? I don't think that would ever happen. I'm being so serious. I don't think that would ever happen. I can't really imagine that happening. I mean, anything can happen in boxing, but I don't see Fundora. You think Fundora would lose more weight? Nah. He already tall as shit fighting at 54. You feel like he would lose more weight to go to 47 or 40 to fight Tank Davis? Fuck no. I think he would kill himself. Being totally honest, I think he would kill himself. What they smoking. I don't know what they smoking, but whatever they smoking, keep it. I don't want it. Whoever told you that, tell them to ball that shit up, throw it somewhere. That's crazy. That would look insane. Would I watch it? Hell yeah, I would watch it, but I don't think that fight would happen. I don't think that fight happened. I can't wait to see what happened with Andy Ruiz and Jarrell Miller. This is going to be a very interesting fight. And they both look like they in good shape. They both look like they in good shape. Not going to lie. Boots and Buzz is 50-50. I already talked about that. Boots and Bud is 50-50. Right now, talking about Bud and Madrimov. Yo, Greg, good question. How come you don't fight a lot in the amateurs? Just curious. I was a kid that, you know what I mean, I didn't have nobody guiding me through the amateurs. I was in the streets, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was moving around. I was having fun. I was doing what I wanted to do. I wasn't disciplined. I'm gonna say that. I was disciplined. I was disciplined enough that my coach said meet him at the park 5 in the morning. I would meet him. I would meet him and run. I didn't have no problem running, stuff like that, and getting in shape. But getting sleep and doing the right things, making the right decisions. I'm fighting out in the street. I'm using my boxing out in the streets, eating the wrong foods, I'm hanging out. I'm smoking weed sometimes here and there. I did a lot of things I wasn't supposed to do. So that's why I didn't have a lot of amateur fights. I mean, who you got, fam? I know it's 50-50. Who I got? I mean, of course I would love to see Boots win that fight. Of course I would love to see the but when I say it's 50-50, I believe that because I think that's a fight where either man could win. You know what I mean? But of course I would want to see Boots win that fight. That would be a major fight for him, a major fight for my city, you know what I mean? For him to win. That would be crazy. You know what I mean? But me being honest, just an analyst, me just being an analyst of boxing, I think this is a 50-50 fight. Can you train me, gang? I ain't got no bread. My sister got, come on, bro. You can't sacrifice your sister for boxing training. That's crazy. Sacrificing your sister for boxing training? Come on, bro. If it's like that, we can have you just clean the gym or something. Like, do you smoke weed now since you're not still trying to climb the mountain? I probably smoke like twice a month, something like that. I don't smoke a lot of weed because I don't really like feeling like down. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I smoke weed, I gotta find some shit that got me feeling like I'm smooth. I can still function. I don't like that feeling all the time that you get from weed. Weed sometimes have you feeling too relaxed. Nah, I was checking on your Philly toughness. I was just, you was checking on my Philly toughness. What you mean? No, of course I want. Of course I would want Boost to win that fight though. That's a great fight. But we talking about August 3rd in California at the BMO. Terrence Bud Crawford, Madrimov, great fight. Pitbull versus Venezuela. Pitbull versus Rio, rather. Great fight. You know what I'm saying? Jarrell Miller versus Andy Ruiz, great fight. Jared Anderson versus Bacoli, great fight. Bacoli's very dangerous heavyweight. Gotta watch him. I feel like Jared Anderson gonna need a hell of a jab to keep him at bay. You know what I mean? To keep him tamed. Bacoli's a big dude. It's gonna be a great fight. You think Crawford winning by KO this weekend? Nah, I think he win by decision. I'm saying that because I see Madrimov sparring. I watch him. I see some good things from him. I see some good footwork. I see good strength, good speed. You know what I mean? Not the fastest guy, but good speed. And he's good at making decisions. Like he don't just jump out there. I mean, he don't just jump out there and go crazy. He pick his shots. You know what I mean? So I'm saying Crawford by decision. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm picking Crawford by decision. I think it's a great fight though. I think Pitbull Cruz or knockout Rio though. I think between 6 and 8. I think between 6 and 8, Pitbull Cruz get rid of Rio. No disrespect to Rio. That's just how I see it going. I think this is a Canelo versus Bivol situation. In the process of trying to go up to duck the tough fight at your weight, you lose anyway, and Madrimov might clip him and actually hurt him, unlike Bivol. You think Madrimov will beat Bud? That's interesting. Not toughness, making sure you was with your peeps, which I knew you would be. But them Nebraska cats disrespect before I got out of the young boy. I mean, you gotta understand, we talking about Omaha, Nebraska, is not too much out there. It's a lot of football out there. So when it comes to fighting, I mean boxing, you get a guy like Bud, man. Of course you gotta ride with him. I ain't mad at him. Is it me or is Bud bigger? He do look like the bigger guy. Be interesting to see how Bud prepare for 54 and how to deal with bigger dude. Yeah. The hat crunchy. I mean, it's like a little bike ride hat. We got this for Brill, man. Brill got these hooked up. Noble Geese. I mean, it's like a little sport hat. I mean, just it's something comfortable. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, your mom. Miss Rashonda was popping. How you see Andy Cruz versus Tank Davis fight going, G? I think that would be a crazy, interesting fight. Andy Cruz, one thing about Andy Cruz, I witnessed Andy Cruz in the gym. His reflexes are top tier. Speed is top tier. Decision making is top tier. So I think he would give Tank a headache at times. Now, would Tank be able to catch him with a big shot? I mean, I don't know. It's Tank Davis. He catch everybody with big shots. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. That'd be great to see. That'd be a great fight to see. I can say this: Tank got the experience as a professional, but we can't never mind or negate the fact that Andy Cruz is a hell of a boxer, two-time Olympian. You know what I mean? He did a lot. So Andy Ruiz and Jarrell Miller. I don't know. I ain't picking nobody in that fight. I can't pick in that fight. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think that's a very interesting matchup. I'm glad that matchup got made. Again, I'm on the fence with that one. Smash the like button. I appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for everybody who tapped in, man. Thanks for everybody who's on their way. Thanks for everybody who came through just to take a peek. You know what I mean? Everybody who stayed, I appreciate y'all. I'm not gonna lie, I don't understand fighting. Madrimov be a tough fight. And for Peanuts, such a move from Crawford. Why you say for Peanuts? I don't think it's for Peanuts. I wouldn't say that. I think Ryo got enough Sasson to beat Pitbull. He might. I know about that Sasson. Hey, he might though. Do you think we're gonna get Pitbull versus Tank 2 before the? Yeah, I don't know. Now I don't know if it's before the Shakur fight, but I think we do get a part 2. I ain't gonna lie. But then again, Pitbull being at 140 and Tank campaigning at 35. I don't know. At the same time, Boost looks extra special. I'm 47, Booth. My grandfathers were pros. I've been watching the forever. Boost reminds me of a young Floyd or Roy. It's different. Yeah. Blessings, G. Hopefully Bud beats dude this weekend. But fuck Legacy. Charlo said he snacked recently. I want to see Bud and Jamel. Robinson Family Network, I appreciate the love. That last part, I ain't really get it. Charlo said he snacked recently. Then Canelo, I want to see Bud and Jamel. Bud and Jamel, okay, Bud and Jamel is a great fight. I would love to see that fight too. I hope we do get that fight. Jared Bacoli breakdown. So, all right, with the Jared Bacoli fight, what I noticed about Bacoli when I watched him the other night, I watched him probably 2 nights ago. Dude is very active. It's a very active heavyweight, but he's smart. You know what I mean? He pick his shots, but he throw wild shots. You know what I mean? And I know that seemed kind of unorthodox, me saying that he picking his shots, but he throws wild shots. I say that because I watched him stay behind his jab as well until he found his mark. Once he found his mark, he started unloading that right hand and that left hook. So this is going to be probably Jared Anderson's best fight to date. You know what I'm saying? And if Jared Anderson gets the win, I think this would be Jared Anderson's best performance because I believe this is going to be one of those fights where Jared Anderson is forced to fight. I think he's going to have a big guy in front of him. It's going to be very tough to keep him off him. So he's going to force Jared Anderson to rumble. It's going to be a good fight. I'm telling y'all right now. 150. But Jared Anderson did go to a great camp. He did work with Sugar Hill. So I'm looking for him to be improved too, as far as skills. 154 goes to 10-ounce gloves. Will that affect Bud's power? I think honestly, It might, but then when you think about it, he going up in weight, and then you just putting 2 more ounces of gloves on him, but he going up in 7 pounds. So it's like it might feel like the same. It might feel like the same for him. I don't know. But it does make a difference though, going up in glove size. I think fans a little high off Pitbull and Santos off the last performances. They might come back to earth a little bit. Yeah, maybe. But Pitbull Cruz, one thing I can say with Pitbull Cruz, he's consistent. He's consistent with with the pressure and the big shots. You watch UFC too? No, I don't get to watch too much UFC. Just got in GL Ryo versus Pitbull. Yeah, we talking about that now. Salute, bro. Respect to you and your channel. I appreciate that. Fight Side TV. Everybody go make sure they check out Fight Side TV, man. Appreciate the love. Isaiah, what's popping, bro? Jamel tweeted he's back. Hopefully we can get Bud versus Charlo. Of course, Bud is only fighting for belts at this point. My bad for the typos, phone tripping. No, it's cool, bro. Great point about the gloves. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I hit harder in 12 rounds than I do 8 or 10. You don't feel the extra weight. Help, G. I mean, it depends. You know what I always say? It depends on who you are, depends on what type of gloves you're wearing. I mean, depends on who you fighting, depends on what your camp was like. It depends on a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna lie. I mean, we gonna see. I think Bud is ready though. It's love, bro. Much appreciated. No problem, bro. I think Bud is definitely ready. But I also think Madrimov is ready. That's why I think this fight is going the distance. I don't think this is a fight where, Madrimov is looking past Bud, and I don't think Bud is looking past Madrimov. And I know Madrimov believes that, this is going to be a great fight, and he prepared well, I believe, for this fight. And Bud know this would be the worst time to slip up. So I think Bud bringing his A game, y'all. Will the gloves be an adjustment or business as usual? Will the gloves be an adjustment or business as usual? What you mean by that? I don't understand that question. I ain't gonna lie to you. 2 cents was popping too. Bud don't go the distance. Hey, I feel that. And as far as 47 on down, he really don't go the distance too much. But it's a new weight class. You got a different opponent in him, a guy that you know about, but you may only know a little about him. Something stuck in my eyelash. Yeah, that look better. I think Boo should move too and get a belt at 54 to force Bud to fight. I think Boots will probably be at 54 next year. Gary Russell Jr. or Tevin Farmer at 35. Let us know, Jay. Hey, guess what? I just need to see that fight. I need to see that fight. Tevin Farmer and Gary Russell Jr. would be a good draw. Do you think Crawford will eventually entertain Boots match once he runs out of options for big fights? I mean, it's always possible. I think what it is with Boots is, before Bud decided to fight him, I think he just wanted him to build his resume up and build his stock. And I can't be mad in that situation. Bud would probably be the A side. You know what I mean? Boots with the young hungry dog coming up. So I don't know, man. I hope they fight though. That'd be a great fight. Stop hating my boy. The greatest Boots ain't that shit. You said I'm hating? Ah, come on, stop that. Mike Wilson, Abdullah versus Nair. What you think, Jay? That's a good match. That's a good match. I would love to see that, especially because Nair Albright is a boxer, pure boxer. He pick his shots, work behind that jab. I think he'll be a great test for Abdullah Mason, but I do think Abdullah Mason is a lot stronger, bigger guy. Will Bud have to adjust to a different size gloves, or will it be too small? Notice. Nah, see, this is the thing. The pro gloves get used a lot in the gym when you're hitting the bag. So a lot of these, the size, you know what the gloves feel like. Of course he gonna wear a glove that he trained in. So what I'm talking about is the brand. So of course I could see him being, properly adjusted, to the glove size. I don't think it'd be, you know what I mean? Burberry J was popping. He was a Spence fan, said the same thing. Before Bud beat his ass, now Bud's the A-side ducking real competition. And y'all Bud fans saying the same thing. If Andre Ward come back, you think he can be a champion again? Yeah, I think Andre Ward could be champion because he know what it take to be champion. And he always keeping a close eye on the game. So he know what's in front of him. Do you think Gary Russell Jr. will fight again? I hope he do, man. I don't know why they shelf my man. I can only take it as shelved him because he's a great fighter. Abdullah versus Albright will be good side by side for Keyshawn, for sure. That's interesting. That's interesting. That'd be a great fight for him. August 3rd, y'all, we got a hell of a card, man. Make sure y'all tuned in. I'm going to try to be going live during the fight. You know what I mean? So make sure y'all tuned in. For sure, for sure. That's going to be a great fight, man. Great card. It's going to be a lot going down on that card. Heard Shakur Tank negotiations fell through. What's the word with that? Heard Shakur Tank negotiations fell through. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I ain't really hear no inside information on that. And when I first heard that it got made, I really ain't believe it at first because I know there's a lot of clickbait shit going on. Original Abdullah will wash him. I think Mason, the best prospect out, along with Albert Bell and Shushu. Do you really consider Albert Bell a prospect? I think Albert Bell is more like a contender. He been around. Shakur said on X, fake news. Yeah, I don't think that fight got made just yet. I think if that fight was getting made, or not mean, or if they was, or if it got made, or if they was in negotiations, I think Shakur would at least let us know. You know what I mean? One of them would let us know. I beat you in a boxing match. Probably not. Shakur agreed to a verbal agreement versus Zepeda in October. Yeah, but then I heard when it came to Zepeda, I heard Shakur kind of wasn't interested in that situation because Oscar was basically saying, I mean, if we give you the fight, you gotta sign with us. So that's basically saying I think you'll beat Zepeda, but so that you don't leave with the money. You know what I mean? I think you should sign with us, bro. You played a big part of me finding my love for boxing again. Real talk. Appreciate that. Go Talk Sports. Appreciate the love. AG is Shushu weight bully. Man, same size as Shakur at 126. Nah, I don't think he a weight bully. Shushu got a thin frame. You know what I mean? If he making 26, I mean, he making it comfortably, it look like to me, Greg. They saying Shakur and Zepeda. Yeah, that's what I heard too, but I don't know. You think Gary Antoine Russell and Boots still a good rumble like it was in the amateurs? Nah, I think it would be a lot different for the amateurs. The only reason I say that is because Boots is a big guy in 147, and Anton Russell is fighting at 40, but still be like coming in under like real low. He be fighting at 40, but he be weighing in like 36, 37. And I mean, him and Boots could fight, but I don't think it would be the same fight. Be a lot different in the pros. Them shots that you take in the amateurs, a lot of guys ain't trying to take them shots in the pros. And I'm not saying Boots should just beat his ass, but I'm just saying that automatically makes it a different ball game. Who you want Tank to fight next? I mean, I want Tank and Shakur. If I can get that fight, I would love that fight. Oscar Benu, Shakur would beat Zepeda. I remember a fight hype interview when he was trying to keep Zepeda away from him. Yeah, I think I remember that too. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Y'all get the likes up, please, people. Appreciate the love, bro. Yeah, man. So, but like I said, man, August 3rd. I'm looking forward to August 3rd, man. I don't think Madrimov is a small case. I think he bringing everything he got, and I think he gonna make it a great fight. At the same time, you know what I mean, I'm looking forward to Big Baby Miller and Andy Ruiz. I'm looking forward to Big Baby Anderson and Martin Bacoli. I'm looking forward for Pitbull Cruz fighting Rayo Venezuela. Yeah, I mean, it's some great fights on that card. And you still got Andy Cruz, still got David Morrell. Some great fights on that card. I can't wait. Boots will send Antoine Russell to the underworld. Yeah, I mean, it might happen. Hey, Bud and 8. I mean, Bud might that seemed like a good round. Bud KOG in the ninth round. Somebody say eight. Mike Wilson say eight. Xavier Grindle says Bud in the ninth. He's dropped some great interviews. Y'all check them out. Appreciate that, bro. Greg also Charles gonna throw a monkey wrench with the Canelo. Yeah, he might. Coach killing on YSM too. Appreciate the love. Yeah, he might. I mean, mm, Charlo, he earned that right though. Charlo earned that right to come back and jump right back in the mix. The thing is, will he be mentally stable enough to handle the mix? You know what I mean? Not everybody can handle the mix. Greg, if Madrimov win, what you think Bud should do? It depends on how he wins. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that. If it depends on how Madrimov wins, if he beats Bud. Mm-hmm. Do you think Hitchens' stock dropped from the last fight? Haven't heard from. I don't think his stock drop. I think they try to figure out what should be next. You know what I mean? But I did think that it was a close fight, and I thought he possibly lost that fight because he was fighting the other guy's pace. You know what I mean? He was fighting at the other guy's pace. He got caught with a lot of shots. So I honestly think that he regrouped and getting himself together. You know what I mean? He getting ready to come back out with a banger. Heard Spence and Fundora change the date. Yeah, that could be possible. I got Bud and 10. People don't understand this guy is a lot tougher than he's given credit for. Yeah. When you saying that, you talking about Madrimov, right? I think Madrimov's a hell of a fighter too. Invite. I sent the invite. Come on, man. To a D party. Come on, bro. Why you gotta come on here playing? I gotta get you out of here. I ain't wanna do that, but I gotta get you out of here. You just talking too nasty. Yo, I'm tired of that. Being able to join Greg and Bang show soon. Oh, Bang, you already know what it is, bro. I mean, we gotta handle business. I just want you to handle business, be safe. I mean, we gonna get it together for sure. We definitely gonna tap in. Especially we got a great weekend of boxing, so you know what I mean. Me and Bang might get it popping on a good Sunday. Make sure y'all bring y'all Sunday's best. You know what I mean? We gonna have a good time. What's popping? What's going on? How y'all feeling? I just wanted to come on here and spill a little bit about Bud and Madrimov, man. I think that's going to be a great card. Be honest, is Bud the main attraction on that card? Is Bud the main attraction? I think he is. As fighters, like when you just break down the fighters individually, I think he is. You know what I mean? But I don't think that's the best fight on the card. I'm gonna say that. Absolutely. I seen the grand arrivals. Shushu versus Cool Boy at 26. Let us know. Now, Shushu is a hell of a boxer. Great skills, but hasn't been in there with a Cool Boy. Cool Boy is a guy who can box, but he want to get down and dirty. He want to get on the inside and make something happen. So I think that would determine the fight because Shushu has been doing his thing, but he hasn't been pressured yet. You know what I mean? That's a different type of pressure when you're getting that from a world-class fighter. You know what I'm saying? And his only loss is to a great fighter. So, you know what I mean? I think Shushu need a few more fights. Yeah, there's definitely a night of main events. It's gonna be some great fights on that card. I can't wait. I was looking forward to Tim Tszyu versus Ortiz. I think that messed the ticket sales when it got canceled. Possible. I don't know. Shushu 30. Thought he was about my age. Nah, Shushu ain't 30 yet. He like 27. He is older. I got Cool Boy. Don't know if Shushu faced something like that yet. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People got to put a lot more respect on Cool Boy's name. He took a loss to a great fighter, but he's a great fighter himself, and I can see him giving Shushu a lot of trouble. Who you got, Big Baby? I think that's a 50-50 as well. I mean, Andy Ruiz only lost to the best in the world. Great fighter. Um, uh, Big Baby Miller, he been in there with some good competition, but didn't always come out in top. And then he just recently got stopped by Daniel Dubois. I think it was like the 11th, 12th round. It's gonna be a great fight though. You really think Isaac Cruz and Kid gonna steal the show? I do. I think that's the best matchup on the card, matchup wise. I mean the whole card is matchy. They got some hot shit on the whole card. So, but to be honest, I think that's the fight to watch. Pitbull Cruz, you know what I'm saying, versus Rayo Venezuela. Appreciate the love too, y'all. Appreciate the donation, man. Appreciate y'all coming through the Stop Pass and fuck with me, man. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in or on the way out. You feel me? Either way, I fucks with y'all. Greg Ruiz can fight. No, he can fight. Great hand speed, but he's still a fat fella. How long have you been boxing and covering the sport? I've been boxing since I was 12 years old, so we talking about 25 years. And then covering the sport, I could say since like 2000, probably 2014, something like that. You said, am I drunk? No, I ain't drunk. My eyes burned though. I'm just tired. Been up all day. Baby be keeping me up. Big Baby lost a lot of weight, looking good. That's what I'm saying. Look like he in shape. Who do you want to see Boots fight more than anybody? I really don't care. That's why it's tough. But I mean, of course, I want to see the Bud fight. Bud and Boots. I think that's a great rumble. Ruiz boxing people's said picking him. Yeah, Ruiz can fight though. Big fan. Keep doing your thing, bro. Appreciate that. Boom. Imagine Ryo cracks Pitbull right on the button and KO him. That shit would be crazy. Yeah, it would. Appreciate the love, y'all. Thanks for stopping past. Oh, you listen, I gotta get some rest. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna try to get on here in the morning. If not the morning, the afternoon. If not the afternoon, tomorrow night. Get it popping, GHB TV. You can catch me at Greg Hackett 215 on X, Greg Hackett on Facebook, Greg Hackett 86 on TikTok, Greg Hackett 86 on Instagram. I appreciate the love, ladies and gentlemen. Get with me. Appreciate y'all.